All right, guys. It is Thursday, April 3rd, 5:06 p.m. and we are in the stairwell. I feel like we've gone through a waiting period for a really long time of just really leaning fully on faith, just having faith that everything would line up. And now that it has and we're actually making progress, I feel like we're in a different waiting area where it's like this middle ground. So the middle ground being like people are blowing us up of wanting juices and wanting us to sell.
Are you hiring?
Are we hiring? And it's just like we're so close to being in here where we can just provide all the service versus just half of the services. So we've just been like, oh, let's get in the shop already. So we could just full blown just serve you guys. Yeah, because every day it's always something in the best possible way. But definitely you just want to get in here to serve you guys full out because we'll have the space to juice. We'll have the equipment to juice on a way bigger scale. My grandpa?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Ahí está la chamba. Bebé,
Yeah.
can I order that part for me, please?
Yeah. I just okay. I'll show Jose what it looks like on my end, but it's the AC compressor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Oh, hey. No, just kidding.
I didn't see you there.
I didn't see you there. I was just telling Diomi that as soon as we walk in, I just look that way, and I just love that little view right there. So I can only imagine what it's gonna look like once it's all drywalled, patched up, painted. I don't know where our paint sample's at. I think they probably took it or they moved it because I don't see it. But I'm really, really excited. I'm in love with our bushes. They're growing.
Once they get a trim, it's gonna look good.
Yeah, they're just growing. So we're just gonna let them grow, and then we'll trim them down before we open. But I really love how full they're looking. And our trees are starting to bloom. All right, guys, so you'll see this clip where me, Diomi, and Kayla were here looking at the stairs, and we didn't record the process, but this was all open still, and we actually went up the stairs, but they weren't completed. Like, there's a huge gap, and we were standing, I was like, oh, this is actually kind of scary, and then we all came back down. And yesterday, during Rooted Identity's call, one of the girls had shared this little message, and she was like, yeah, it's like, you know how that part where it says that you have to take the step even if the staircase is not complete? And I'm all, huh? Like, I didn't read that part. This is what she sent, and I just scrolled through it. Like, I skimmed through it, and I totally missed that. But when she verbally said it, it took me to it took me to this. When we were walking up, because the stairs are not complete. And it says, God can't order the steps you don't take. You're praying for direction while standing still. You're asking for clarity while avoiding obedience. You want God to light a path, but you won't leave the driveway. That's not faith. That's fear dressed in spiritual language. God is not in the business of steering parked cars. He is a God of movement, a God who meets you on the way, not just in the waiting. He orders steps, not stagnation. And if you never lift your foot, there's nothing for him to guide. We say we trust him, but trust looks like motion. Trust looks like starting the business, applying for the job, walking away from what's breaking you, saying yes to what scares you. Trust looks like taking the step even when the staircase isn't finished, because obedience unlocks the next instruction. God didn't promise to order your imagination. He promised to order your steps. And that means you've got to move. even if it's trembling, even if it's small, even if it's unsure. He's not obligated to choreograph a life you refuse to participate in. So tap in. And that was so powerful for Diami and I last night when we read that together, because we got a literal physical imagery and example of that. But also that's what this walk with God has been. I remember literally just crying at home, be like, Lord, I don't know what to do, like help me, but I felt so stuck, like I couldn't move. And legit, there's so many times we wanted to give up, but just with the little steps. Sometimes when, and we'll put B-roll over this, but sometimes when you're called to something huge, or God gives you this vision and you don't know how the heck it's going to work out, it's not for us to know that. And a lot of times we're like, well, we don't want to step in the wrong direction, but it's like God says He directs our steps. So if we're just standing there and we're like, why can't I hear from you? Why am I not getting the next thing? Because you haven't even moved. And we have lived it. We've seen God so graciously and gracefully lead us with every single step that we took. And that's redirection, that's confirmation, all of the things. And to be here right now it's awesome. It's pretty amazing. So I pray that encourages somebody.